Okay, we're about to get started. Just before we begin, does anybody object to being videoed? We have a video camera. Everybody strongly not want to be videoed? Okay, just checking. So you may be videoed in this meeting. All right, so hello everybody, welcome. The Land Matters Task Force, LMTF, is currently, okay, so this is a general meeting to discuss this topic. The Land Matters Task Force is currently considering a large exchange of land in the North Eastern Greenbelt. In this general meeting, the LMTF would like to present the various aspects of the exchange, proposed exchange to the community, as well as answer questions and add clarity where necessary. This information sharing aims to enable the community to come to an informed opinion on the proposed land exchange. The LMTF, with the Residents Assembly Service, will organise follow-up meetings if required by the community. Negotiations on this exchange will only begin if the community agrees with the proposed exchange. We have two statements, two things underneath. Community agreement will be determined either by consensus at the GM and a subsequent feedback period. So I think for the moment, there's been a lot of discussion over the definition of the word consensus. In our decision-making policies, it says we like to do things by consensus in the community, but if that doesn't work, then we go to a residents' assembly decision-making process. And based on what I've experienced so far, it looks to me like it's very likely we'll go for B, but who knows how this meeting will work out. But for the moment, let's not get stuck on the definition of consensus. Okay, so the structure of the meeting is a presentation. Oh, sorry, over to you. Right. So the structure of the meeting is going to be a presentation from Fabian on behalf of LMTF. That'll take about an hour. Then we're going to have tea. And it's a long time, but there's a lot of information. Yep, okay. Then we'll... Half an hour.
I can explain that.
Okay, over to you. And then we'll... Okay, right, here we go.
Okay, hi. So what we had in mind is that we have first a presentation. I showed you a complete agenda 2 slides later. That we first have a presentation where it is requested to let, for the sake of keeping that presentation as short and concise as possible, that the questions will be directed to a following question and answer session. Mark, who will facilitate the second part, the question and answer session, he thought it's a good idea that if you have a question to a particular slide, there are numbers of the slides, it's difficult to see, but maybe you just remember which slide it is. You raise your hand, Mark would go around and note your question on that. And then we have a tea break, and then we have a question and answer session. Does this make any difference? Yeah, and discussion. So this is again what I said. It would be basically the introduction of the proposed land exchange, an introduction into what is the LMTF, a presentation of the proposal details as an overview, what is proposed, what can be achieved for Auroville, what has been tried, and what is the price one eventually has to pay if one follows that proposal. A quick summary, a recommendation of the LMTF, and I think this should not take more than maximum 60 minutes. If we do that faster, in a disciplined way, the better. Then I think it's good to have that 15 minutes tea break. I would request people not to walk out while the presentation is there and start outside discussions. And then we have the question and answer session, facilitated by Mark and Jesse with the normal rules and regulations, limited speaker time, speaker list. And then it would be great if around 6:30, before everybody wanders off, we come at least to one point where we can say, this is so far, and we do a next meeting or whatever, that we somehow know with what we are going out of this meeting. So the situation is, of course, as everybody is seeing it, it's called for by more and more develop. Are you doing that? Down arrow, no? Is called by, or Mark can, no. So it's all the development which we are seeing on the outskirts of our